are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service, and also Black Cow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com. And please visit Black Cow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. If you're like my son, he likes to say Hazel and Basil all in one because it reminds him of Aunt Hazel. Well, I don't know why, but that's what he says. Let me tell you about the purple basil. It's one that's really healthy for you. Today, a lot of people are looking for plants that we've had since, well, antiquity. This plant has been around for thousands of years. Now, we think of basil, we think of the Mediterranean, we think of Greece, we think of Rome, we think of places like, well, the Mideast, we think of India, we think of places who have used this plant abundantly. And the purple basil I find to be kind of unique. It has this beautiful dark purple color. Now, the dark purple color means there's going to be more anthocyanins in this plant. That pigment is good for you. Why? Well, we're all talking about trying to be healthier. And I mentioned as being a heart transplant recipient, I'm always preaching to people to be more healthy. So that means reds and purples. The more you can incorporate reds and purples into your diet, probably the healthier you're going to be, because those anthocyanins and polyphenols are going to be helpful to you, and it's an easy way to get them. You could cut this up, put it on your pizza. You could put it into pasta. You could put it into salads. You could use it many different ways. You could cut it up, put it into potatoes. My wife is always looking for something to make something look more attractive when she serves it. A little bit of cut up leaf of the purple basil on your potatoes would be more attractive. The basil is a plant that likes moisture, but it doesn't want to sit in water. So you normally want to have it in a good mixed soil, good peat, good cow manure, really improve the soil. The same way you would for vegetables, and often you'll put this plant around some of your vegetables because it will impart that nice, beautiful scent. Well, we like it, but some of the insects don't. I will say that if you want to use some of the leaves in a bit of vinegar, you can add color to the vinegar. You could use it in oils to add some of this pretty purple color to it, and also the outstanding flavor that we get from this. You'll see a lot of restaurants using basil on pizza. Why? Because it's going to give you that nice aroma as you bring that pizza out. At least you've got something healthy on that dough that may be good for you. So we're always looking for something that's going to be more useful to you. Now, it's easy to grow. They don't like cold very much, so you're going to need to bring the plant in if we have a cold area in your area. So you may want it on the windowsill or an area where you can protect it. The basil is a plant that is sometimes used, as we've mentioned, a companion plant with others to keep things down, some other bugs, other insect problems. And you might also think of basil, or this purple basil, is going to give you a little bit more of a unique, I call it a bit more of a spicy flavor than traditional basil that you see on your pizza. It's a sport off the same family. The hybridizers, of course, got busy over the last 50 years or so, coming up with different varieties, different texture to the leaf. Some of them are a little bit waffly, some of them are straight like this leaf. But basil certainly has a lot of benefit that may be helpful to you. When you're planting it out, I would make sure that you, of course, we said improve the soil, make sure it gets watered well, fertilize it probably every couple of weeks. Remember that we treat it mostly as an annual. It might be a perennial in some warm areas, but I find them a bit more difficult than, let's say, rosemary, which is in the same family. It's in the Laminaceae family, which means it's in the mint family. And that's where you'll find, well, peppermints and spearmints and basil and rosemary are all in that big general family, even though they look a little bit different, and they are different, but they are somewhat similar in their leaf and in their size. This one probably could get to be 12, 13 inches tall and probably spread that much in a nice basket. Purple basil makes a nice plant and a nice addition for your herb garden. We might also mention to you that we thank you for telling all your neighbors and friends. You know, Mom and Dad and Uncle Joe and Aunt Mary, become subscribers. And we appreciate you doing such a great job for us, getting us more subscribers. It's important and we appreciate you for it. Once again, we want to thank you, as always, for watching.